Episode 1 of Outer Banks Season 4 starts 18 months back, before a teasing shot of John B standing with gold in his hands. It's been a wild ride, and there's still a lot of tension between our characters. Rose and Sarah are at blows because Sarah's sister believes she killed her father. JJ and Key find themselves shunned by the latter's parents, and the group are ready to see the back of treasure hunting, at least for a while anyway. The gold they obtained is transferred to cash, which works out to around 1.1 million for the group. So what are they going to do with the money? Well, Pope suggests they invest it into land and create an economy for themselves. The first step to that includes buying back the land from the bank. However, the group end up paying way over what they expected, thanks to one of the men riling up JJ at the auction. In fact, they basically splash 75% of their money and pay way over the odds. JJ is pleased with himself, but the others are not so sure this is a good idea. A montage then ensues as the group work to get the place fixed up. They do labour on the dock, hammering and drilling, and even fly their Pogelandia flag too. You see, JJ has never really had a home, so him paying over the odds for the land isn't quite so important as having a place to live with his friends, which are basically his family. The shop is eventually open for business, but of course, given the land is the most expensive cut on the island, they need to find some way to recoup their losses. Part of that comes from doing the best they can for any fishermen that show up in the area, and it doesn't take long for them to start making a decent living for themselves. With treasure hunting in the past, everything comes crashing down when Lady Luck rears her ugly head and frowns on the group. This stems from a strange guy whom we later learn is called Lightner, showing up asking about their treasure hunting and a place downriver very few locals visit. It's an unnerving encounter and one that sees John B rattled. However, the biggest issue stems from a storm that hits that night. It wipes out their fuse box, and without live bait, fishermen won't come in, so that basically destroys half their business. As a result of this, Pope tells them all that they need to make cutbacks. If they don't, they can kiss goodbye to what they've made. JJ decides to take their money and uses their last load of funds to bet on himself on the bikes. It's a huge gamble, and unfortunately this race is made all the tougher by Rafe showing up. He's fresh off scattering his father's ashes in the water and he's out for blood. John B has no choice but to enter too, with the goal here being to try and support JJ so they can secure extra funds, especially with Topper part of the fray too. Predictably, JJ doesn't win after collapsing off his bike, thanks in part to Rafe sabotaging his own chances too. Tensions are high as Rafe accuses John B and Sarah of killing his father, but that's the least of their troubles. Our group are completely and royally screwed now that they have no money. JJ's gamble backfires and it rips the foundations of their friendship apart. The local newspaper ends up writing about the group though, and as a result they're made heroes in town. Naturally though, they end up with a new proposition and a new treasure. That coming from Blackbeard. Remember that businessman called West from the end of season 3? Well, this is where they meet them, and the group are invited up to a strange house where the Great Seekers meet his son Chandler Groff. He invites them in as treasure hunting looks like it's back on the menu, baby. So Outer Banks is back, and the first episode is pretty slow all things considered. A good chunk of this is dedicated to the group enjoying their money and trying to make a new community, along with an overlong bike race before eventually getting into the nitty-gritty of starting this treasure hunt. In a way, this is kind of necessary to set up the story for a bigger treasure hunt to come, but given we only have 5 episodes and then another 5 to come later on next month, it does feel a bit ponderous at times. It also doesn't help that season 3 was littered with plot contrivances, and I'm hoping that season 4 doesn't go that same route. Still, the ending does hint that things are about to turn a lot more intriguing, especially as the hunt for Blackbeard's lost treasure promises to be the big main event here. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.